I'm going to let you in on a little secret, which is that God actually wants us to ask him for blessings, for miracles. So if you are somebody who struggles with that, this video is for you. Hi friends, I'm Toni, and this is part 4 of our 5 video series where we're talking about the fact that God still does miracles, everyday miracles, blessings all the time. Part 1 was about his nature and his character. Part 2 and 3 were about starting to recognize them and looking for them and having some fun when we hang out with the Lord when he blesses us. So feel free to go back and catch up on those. Today we're going to talk about something a little bit cringy, which is asking for miracles. But I want to show you that it's a good thing to do. It's something he wants us to do. It's going to deepen our relationship with the Lord. It's going to be so good. So let's go. Okay, so let's dive right into the word for this one. Matthew 7:7, which you're probably familiar with. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened. For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds. And to the one who knocks, the door will be opened. So my question to you is, why would God invite us to ask if he didn't want us to? Right? He's telling us to ask, which means it's something that he wants us to do. And I think one of the reasons why he wants us to ask for miracles, to ask for blessings, is because it puts us in the right posture, in the right place, in the right position of realizing that God is the giver of all things. We merely get to receive. Like, how lucky are we? Because God's the one that is giving the things. He gives us the blessings. He gives us the miracles. He gives us the good things. And so when we are asking him, Lord, can I have this miracle? Lord, can I have this blessing? Lord, will you do X, Y, Z? That is putting us in the right heart posture of, he is God. I can't do it myself. I can't get it. I need God. I need the one and only true God. And so it puts us in the right stature, the right place of recognizing that we can't do anything. He can do everything. And Jesus invites us to ask him for the things that we are seeking. So I think it's okay to ask, but let's go to the next point. So we've talked about James 1:17 a few times in this series about how every good and perfect gift is from our Father in heaven. And so when we ask him for things and he gives them to us, it gives us an opportunity to glorify him, to give him praise, to give him gratitude. And we'll talk a little bit more about this tomorrow, a little bit more in depth. But the point I want to make is that when he blesses us and we give that testimony of like, of course it was God, of course he did this, of course he did that, then it not only encourages us in our faith, but it can encourage other people when we share the story. It can encourage non-believers who might be curious about this whole God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Christianity thing. And so one of the reasons why he wants us to ask is so he can give, so we can glorify him, so that his name grows greater throughout the world. And then the last thing I wanted to say on why it's okay to ask is because I believe that asking God for the small things, okay, so maybe it's that you find $5 so you can get a cup of coffee, or that he helps you find your keys, or if we ask him for these small things, these ordinary things, these things that seem insignificant, but then he does it, which he will, then it invites us to start praying bigger and bolder prayers. Because if we start to really know, because God's already doing the miracles, right? That's the whole point. God's still doing them. Always doing them. But when we start to recognize them and see them and give him glory for them and ask for them, then it deepens our trust with him. It deepens our trust with him so that we start to feel more comfortable asking for bigger things, bolder things, the prayers that are like, okay, I know that you're God and all, but could you really, can you, will you? And he can, and he could, and he will. And so I think that's why it's important to ask for the small things, because it kind of builds up that trust in the Lord, which encourages us to ask for the bigger things, which he is more than happy to start giving us those testimonies, those stories to share, which is going to go along with what we talk about in our last video, which is about sharing his miracles in our lives with others. So make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss that one. And always remember that blessed is she who believes that the Lord will fulfill the promises he's made to her.